Your face more.
Come
Sure,
now.
I feel like this. Go now.
Beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. If you're subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button and turn on your post notification so you know when next I post a new video. So let's get straight to business. I got a lot of feedback on my last sit down video, especially with regards to my question, the question I answered on why YouTube. I didn't expect that question to get me so much feedback from people. So a lot of people want to do this, like they want to start channels or they want to express themselves in long form like YouTube or in short form like Instagram, and they are holding themselves back or they have a mindset holding them back. So this video really is to address two things. The first one is your mindset and the second one is the equipment. Of which of these two, none is perfect in my circumstance. So on the mindset thing, I have been on YouTube since December of 2013, actively consuming content, wanting to start a channel and psyching myself out of it all over again. It was like a vicious circle. Each time I find a reason why I can't do it. Each time I find a reason why it's not necessary. Do I really have to? But deep down in my heart, I knew that this was something I wanted to do. So this would be 9 years that I have been on YouTube, consuming content, wanting to, start my own channel because I knew that I needed a place of expression, but then psyching myself out of it. So my mindset is not perfect. So I had to get myself to a point where I decided that I was going to do this and I didn't care how anyone perceived it, as long as I'm not hurting anybody. That I said in my response. But what I didn't say was how much I had to second guess myself even after I'd made the decision. So I went on my Insta story and posted, I'm starting a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And then the next day I had about 35 people subscribe. I was like, oh, thank you guys so much. At that time, I didn't have a tripod stand. I didn't even know what video editing was. I had no idea the kind of work that goes into making these videos. So when I went on Amazon and I ordered a tripod stand, which I'll show you a picture of it, I ordered a tripod stand and I started to watch videos on how to make YouTube videos and how to edit. I had never used iMovie before. I'd never edited anything in my life, video wise, to add graphics, to add this and all that. I had no idea the amount of work that was required. So the time I waited for my tripod stand and my mic to get here, that week I used it to watch videos on, how to edit and how to start a YouTube channel. And the more videos I watched, the more I got discouraged. I said, I can't do this. Like, this is too much work. As if I don't have enough going on. Why, I started to psych myself all over again. So the difference this time around is that I had already put it out there that I was starting this channel. So I felt like I held myself accountable. I needed to at least put out the first video and say, I've tried. So there was no courage in that video. That was me as nervous as nerves can be, talking too fast, mumbling on, my words, and just starting, ripping up the band-aid and saying, I'm doing this, how bad can it truly be? And the reception has been amazing from my people, from my family, from my friends, from strangers. I'm so grateful for that. But the mindset thing is really the most important, and that's where I want to start with now. Most times we worry about how people perceive us, and that's a very legitimate worry. We all want to be generally well perceived. But the point is that you're not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. You're not ice cream. And even if you were ice cream, some people are just lactose intolerant. So you're not for everyone. So have that mindset first before you start. How did I handle this in the first place? I didn't want to, be embarrassed that I was doing this. And I don't know why I would even feel that way, because this is me just, sharing my opinion and sharing my life. I'm not like, why would I feel that this was something that might be embarrassing? But that's how I felt. So in order for me to handle that, I went and posted that I have posted my first video on YouTube on my social media so that the people that know me in real life would see it and we could get that embarrassment out of the way and I could go straight to business. So I just needed that out of the way. So that was what I did. But if that's not you, if you don't handle things like that, you can start by making your videos, posting them on YouTube, but listing it to be private. So you're the only one who's watching it, and you could send it to a few people that you trust their opinion for them to watch. You could make a few videos and see how well you get progressively as you make those videos. The thing that is risky about that strategy is that you might, like, the more I don't like to hear myself talk. So if I was to do that, and the more I watch my videos, I'm going to be like, no, there's no way I'm posting that. But if you're okay with that, that could be something that could help you. The second thing you would do is to just do it. Just do it. Every day that you wait is every day that you lose. The next best time to start something is today. It's not tomorrow, it's today. Just rip up the band-aid and start. How bad can it truly be? At least you tried. Is it not better you try than not trying at all and then always thinking, what could have happened if I try? Just try, just do it. So the mindset thing, and there's no perfect circumstance. You cannot wait for your life to be perfect. Sometimes I think, why didn't I start in 2020? A lot of people started YouTube channels there where people were home, and they did well because people were home. So people had enough time to watch YouTube. But in 2020, my life, there was no way I could fit in anything like this in my life. And there's still no way I could fit in anything like this in my life now. So there's never a perfect circumstance. So if I started in 2020, despite, the chaos I felt my life was, that's 3 years or 2.5 years I would have had under my belt to make myself better and improve my skills. So I feel like the more you wait, the more time you lose. Time doesn't wait for anyone. And the circumstances are not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Like, I'm shooting this on my phone. My husband sometimes comes in when I'm, recording, and we have a chat and we have a laugh, because really it's not that deep. Sometimes my baby, who is sleeping, because I'm on maternity leave, I have a 10-month-old, he wakes up and he cries, and then I have to pause and go and, take care of him. Sometimes I can continue, sometimes I don't. I had a video that I started recording that just halfway there because I had to go and look after him, and by the time I came back, I was done. There was nothing left for me to give. So sometimes that's your circumstance, and sometimes that's what happens. But do you really wait for everything to be perfect for you to start? You cannot wait for everything to be perfect. So go and buy that tripod stand. Use your phone. I'm using my phone. If you use an iPhone, that's what I use, so I can only speak to that. In order for you to get, like, a decent quality of your video, go to your settings, then scroll down to camera, go to record video, go to select 4K at 24 FPS. Then if you're going to make slow-mo videos, go to record slow-mo and select 180 at 240 FPS. So that will give you a good enough, quality. It might not be perfect like people who have professional cameras, but at least it's something decent enough for you to start with. Will I buy a camera in the future? I intend to, because I like pictures that look good and I like videos that look better. So I will invest in buying a camera. But right now, it's not in my budget. It's not something that I plan on doing. So I'm going to use what I have and start. So start with your phone. Buy a tripod stand. Buy an external microphone. They are on Amazon. They are not too expensive. And start. At least you can remind yourself that you at least tried it. I understand that you might not have the support that you need, which is something that is, a lot of people wonder, who doesn't? But there's strangers on the internet rooting for you. There are people who connect to you, connect to your content. If you have the support of the people in your life, that's fantastic. But how many people do you really know? I don't think I know up to maybe 500 people or 1,000. I don't think I know that much people. But that's not really where I want my reach to stop, And work on your mindset. Take it one step at a time and just grow. Enjoy the process. My strategy is really to make myself better. So with every video that I post, I want to improve. On my last video, one of the feedbacks I got was that the audio of the music I was playing in the background was too high. So a lot of people couldn't hear me speak over the music. Am I going to repeat that mistake now? No, because I have learned that, and I'm going to make sure that my next videos, my audio is higher than whatever music I'm playing in the background. So that's 1%. So every single day you develop yourself, you improve, even if it's 1%. That's my 1% take from the last video. Am I perfect in editing? No, I'm terrible. It takes me forever to edit one video. But I do it. I do it one day at a time, one step at a time. I know that by next week, by next month, if I continue to do this, consistency pays off. Consistency is better than speed. If you're doing something over and over again for a year, you're going to learn something. Like there's no way. And all the people that you admire who, have fantastic channels and have amazing, audio, amazing videos, lots of subscribers, a lot of, engagement on their content. They did not start like that. Nobody wakes up and just becomes great at something. It takes steps. It takes a process for you to be able to get yourself to where you need to be. So this is not a motivational channel, no. But this is me because I know if this helps, even if it's one person, I'm okay with that. Go ahead and rip up the band-aid and start. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect circumstance. Use your phone. Buy a tripod stand. If you cannot buy a tripod stand, get stacks of books and keep your phone on it and record your video. Because by the time you're looking back in the next couple of years or months, when you see those old videos, you're going to be like, oh my God, how did I do that? That's growth. That's growth. That means you're doing it better now than you did then. If you see some of the old pictures you posted on Facebook, for example, they look horrible. My son just woke up, so I'm going to cut it here and continue, once I figure out why he's crying. So my circumstances are not perfect. This is a clear example of me saying that it's never perfect. Just start. So I'm going to end this video by saying that there's no perfect circumstance. You have to start where you are and get to where you need to be. I'm recording this right now with my phone. Would I prefer a camera? Yes. But if you gave me the worst best camera right now, I wouldn't even know how to work it. And if you don't know how to work a camera, then it's useless to you. So I'll have to learn, research on the kind of camera I'm going to get, the type that works for my style of content creation. I'm going to, learn how to use it before I even buy it, because that's my process. Right now, I have a setup in my living room where I have the mirror in front of my phone, and that mirror is for me to see that I'm recording and that I'm in focus. I had to come up with that. I hadn't even seen it anywhere, but I was so worried the first time I did that without, seeing. I'm like, am I recording? Am I in focus? And I thought, why don't I just get a mirror, put it in front of me, and when I see that mirror, I know that I'm recording and I'm in focus. So that's inventing and making do with what you have. There's always a reason not to do something, but there's a million reasons why you should start. This is my setup. This is my tripod. This is my ring light. This is my mic and my mirror. That's it. It's not much, but that's what I have. And that's what I'm going to start with. And that's what I'm going to keep using until I'm able to get better equipment. So it's a place of self improvement. You're better every day than you were yesterday. That really is the goal. That's the goal. That should be your goal too. So if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for indulging me and listening to my rants. I'm so grateful for you guys. And if you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you guys.